And robots begin motion on the 4th qualification of First Chance. And unfortunately, it looks like SK Robotics not moving during the autonomous period. 1 coral having been scored for the Red Alliance, 4 coral having been scored for the Blue Alliance. And Mean Machine quickly getting a piece of coral in their robot, but it just doesn't make it at the end of the autonomous period. They will line up and try again, and it does quickly go to that 4th level. A piece of coral falling to the floor for 955 Control C. 42-11 in favor of the Blue Alliance at the moment, but of course they can still swing that around. 749 Control V lining up with the human player station and having grabbed a piece of coral from that station. Lining up over to the reef. Will they be able to get that up high? Their alliance partner is 25-21 CERT, moving over to their own human player station, and a piece of coral falls into their robot and indexes itself. But it looks like it didn't quite make it properly into their mechanism, and they go and try again. Mean Machine over on the blue side of the field, piece of coral hanging out of the robot, but it does successfully make it to the 4th level of their reef. 955 Control C placing a piece of coral on the reef as well, but it's still touching a piece of algae, which means that that alliance will need to remove that piece of algae if they would like to have that piece of coral count. Red side of the field, 25-21, looking like they're lining up to go over to the blue side of the field and maybe play some defense. Being very careful to avoid penalty zones, though. It looks like they will be trying to block Control C 955 from getting to the human player station, and they do position themselves briefly in between the robot and the human player station, but move out of the way before 955 can get there. Control C, another piece of coral up on the upper levels of the reef, and a piece of algae lining up to the processor from Mean Machine, but the robot just lets it go and it goes flying back to the middle of the field. Just over 30 seconds left in this match, and teams will want to start thinking about climbing. 753 has taken that advice, and they are lining up, and it looks like their robot is up off the ground from that deep cage. Mean Machine with their climber ready to go. Looks like they are trying to get onto that cage, but they may not be actually climbing in this match. 749 Control V alongside their alliance partner 25-21, having gotten those park points, and we are at the end of the match. 90-40 your preliminary scores. Let's take a look at those final scores. Your winner from qualification at number 4, the Blue Alliance. 106-44, your final scores up on the screen, and of course 5 ranking points being taken home by that alliance, putting 753, the High Desert Droids, up into your new rank number 1.